basement in Detroit into a Motown hit factory for a world-class studio band, often paid only $10 a song. 5 times a change. 5? All right, then he says it's only $5. All right. It was where such greats as Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Mary Wells, and Smokey Robinson got their starts as teenagers. And they were mentored by the Funk Brothers themselves. Now the group performed with Diana Ross, the Supremes, Marvin Gaye, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, the Four Tops, the Temptations, Stevie Wonder, Gladys Knight and the Pips, the Jackson 5, and so many, many more. Some of their award-winning hits include, and don't be shy, let me hear the ones that are your favorites, they include Ain't No Mountain High Enough, Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing, Baby Love, Back in My Arms Again, Can I Get a Witness, For Once in My Life, Going to a Go-Go, The Tears of a Clown, What's Going On, You Are the Sunshine of My Life, Papa Was a Rolling Stone, and on and on. In 2002, over 40 years after they played their first note and 3 decades since they were all together, the Funk Brothers reunited in Detroit as part of the double Grammy Award-winning documentary, Standing in the Shadows of Motown. Now that documentary recognized the Funk Brothers' musical contribution and their unprecedented body of work. And now, you know, we're delighted to have with us today Jack Ashford and Eddie Willis. Now let me say also that Joe Messina wanted to be here but was unable to make the trip from Detroit to be with us. However, I understand he is watching the festivities via our live stream on walkoffame.com. So, when I say 3, let's all say hello, Joe. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Joe! Okay. So, Joe, we hope you're enjoying the ceremony. And now, before we hear from our honorees, I'd like to bring up our first speaker, a man who truly needs no introduction. He was honored with his star back in 1994. Please welcome the great Stevie Wonder.
We love you, Stevie!
It is truly an honor to be here to celebrate the honoring and the long overdue honoring of the Funk Brothers. This is a very amazing day because as we are here in Los Angeles, I had the pleasure of sharing with the rest of those who were watching our President Barack Obama speak in Israel about how finding a way to peace is a necessity for the world to become as united as it deserves to be, and again witnessing Vice President Biden talking about how we have to put an end to gun violence and not make weapons that really are war weapons accessible to people. Equally as important to that is, when I think about the Funk Brothers, I think about how many people that have died that could have been musicians that had great possibilities because of violence that are not here. Truly we must put an end to that, but as well, we must give young people a purpose. And the purpose must be that we as American citizens, parents, grandparents, really go after making it without question a necessity to have music, art in schools. we can't talk about how it used to be, knowing that it's so very possible for me to have even greater things in the future. So it is so important that we really take advantage of the opportunity of moving the various leaders of this country forward in making the right decisions by making music more available and accessible so we can have, again, really great musicians. I think about the time that I came to Motown. In my pocket I had a harmonica about this size, which was given to me then by an uncle. This was given to me by my son and his fiancée, my son Kwame. But to know that I was also given this gift here, not this one, but something similar, by my uncle, a harmonica of which we used this kind of harmonica to play. I thank every single one of those musicians that you mentioned all as well, the producers, as one we have here today, Mickey Williams Stevenson, who was one of the first people that I met when I came to Motown.
Yeah, Mickey!
And as well, an arranger who was young at the time, this is still young, okay? But a great arranger and a great friend who did so many of the arrangements, the string arrangements, horn arrangements to a lot of the songs in Motown, Mr. Paul Reiser. We can't just talk about the legacy and let it go unrecognized, as clearly has happened today. It has been acknowledged and recognized, but we must do something even greater than that. We must continue a legacy by allowing the world to hear even more great musicians that are out here that need to be heard. So let's celebrate Motown. Let's celebrate the Funk Brothers by giving us more music, more funk, more variety, more yeah. Okay, God bless you.
Thank you, Stevie Wonder. Let me acknowledge another Walk of Fame honoree who's with us today. Please acknowledge Claudette Robinson. Our second speaker today is an esteemed individual within the Motown legacy. He was there with Berry Gordy Jr. and Smokey Robinson from the very beginning. He actually brought the Funk Brothers into the Motown organization. He co-wrote some of Motown's biggest hits, including Martha and the Vandellas, Dancing in the Street, and It Takes Two by Marvin Gaye and Ken Weston. In addition, he was the Motown A&R director through 1967. Please welcome Mickey Stevenson to the stage.
Look, it's kind of hard to follow Stevie Wonder doing anything, but he's absolutely right. I think the impressions that we make for the young people is very, very important. And these things last in their heads and in their minds forever. Music is a very important part of the impression that should be made, because in education, I'm finding, and I'm sure a lot of you know this, that they learn to, as songs that they sing and they add it to their arithmetic and their history and all that, they retain it a lot better through music. That's incredible. So we need to keep the impressions in the right place, the best place, help our country do what it should be for all of us. And with the Funk Brothers, which is, I mean, these guys were just magic. The gifts came from upstairs, but the touch, they formed together. I mean, it's just magic. And I thank God for that. I thank God for us being at the right place at the right time to make Motown music some of the greatest music in the world. My brothers, congratulations, you deserve every bit of it.